And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Subnautica Below Zero. We're back in our base here, from where we left off last time. Between streams, I did check some stuff up, so we minimized some sort of backtracking, degree of backtracking. One of the things I looked up was where we get spiral plant clippings from, specifically what the plant looks like. So if we come across the plant, I know to harvest the plant. And we've gone right past it. So it was a good thing I did that, because otherwise we'd be bumping around trying to find something that's in literal plain sight. Let's collect what we need for the fiber mesh, because I assume we needed that fiber mesh or something. Ah, first aid kits. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so we're going to go hop to it right away. This will be really easy to get the fiber we need for the mesh to make the first aid kits. Oh, my inventory full? My inventory's full. How full is my full inventory? Mostly full. Okay. Not full enough that I can probably get a fish or two, which is what we will try to do here before we go right back inside. There we go. So with the quickly get a couple first aid kits made. Oh, we'll see how far the creep mines go. We might need to do a couple trips out there to get enough. But yeah, I think I've got a couple plans for what we're going to do early here in the run. We're going to go pick up the spiral clippings fairly early on here so we can get the next depth upgrade. So we can go deeper, basically. Oh, I built the recycler. I should take the recyclotron off the... list. Oh, okay, so that's going to be pretty inventory intensive to do. Okay. It is what it is. We're going to want the gel sacks later. We don't want them right now. Let's put the gel sacks away. Same sort of things with the rubies. On steel. I'll give us a little bit more space to pick up some other stuff. Okay, we could do the more water. The filtration machine here has water for us. Nice. Okay, let's get a couple more first aid kits and then we'll start traveling. Oh, and I should swap the batteries out before we go for a trip. But yeah, we'll go pick up that stuff and get that depth upgrade. Partially because we can. And then that will enable us to do a little bit more thorough exploration of locations, because we'll be able to take the truck down deeper. It's just telling me I know a couple different new types of salted fish, which is not what we're looking for right now. Yeah, we'll probably do more water, but that'll be fine. Oh, battery swap. Okay. Into our ship we go. This thing that's decided to sail right into us. Okay. So, oh, I also looked up if we were doing the right sort of thing to get to Artifact Q59. I believe, well, maybe not specific Artifact Q59, but there is an artifact in the lava tunnels where we were looking earlier. That's not where the clipping is, although that's the rough vector that I'm going to use to get to where the clippings may be. We are going to need more than one clipping. We'll probably just harvest a full plant for the moment. In the long run, it might actually be sensible to grab and set up an outdoor growing bay so we can grow the clippings, because apparently it's something you can do once you find the first one. I also don't necessarily know how big they are. Passing by the Delta Station dock. Let's turn the lights on so I can actually see what I'm doing. The world has decided to be a bit dark at this point. Shouldn't be a particularly major concern. But yeah, the place where the clipping is was actually the place we were recently, so it shouldn't be that hard to find the clippings. I just gotta go back down there and look for the right plant and hit it a few times with my sharp implement. Yeah, we're kind of exploring Subnautica. In situations where I make mistakes, I look up where the things are so I can figure out what I'm doing wrong. Is basically what we're doing in this run here. The game has been out long enough that I don't think I should hopefully be spoiling anything for anyone when I realize that I've made a mistake and I go look up the answer. That's lithium. I don't think we need a lot of lithium right now. I believe this is the biome, although it is also the deep portion of the biome where the thing we're looking for is. Might not be deep enough. We're only 150 something meters down. Oh, I think I've actually gone on the wrong biome. This is not the one we're looking for. Creature egg. Oh, 4. Actually, I don't think this is it. No, that's not harvestable, so that's definitely not it. Oh, there's a gel sack. We're gonna want all those. Body cache. Oh, I probably just would have said past it then if that's the case. So we want the depth upgrade so we'll get an easier time getting into the ancient body cache. We got pretty close to it the last time we were looking for it. I may have spoiled myself, but well, I didn't. The wiki is not the best for actually telling you where things are. So other than knowing that I was in the right biome, I don't actually know where the cache, the body is. Down there. I just know it's down there. Let's just say. At some point we're going to have to get the laser cutter and come in and cut into this hole here. So that's something we need to be on the lookout for. Here's the deeper bit. Well, I spoiled what it looked like to myself. I didn't really have anything to compare it against. It's just one picture in the wiki that I looked at, so I may mistake it for things. I think this is the right biome. Not cutting things off of it, it's not it. This is one of the artifacts we found.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
And I'm bouncing along the crushed depth of the vehicle, so we can't really go any deeper.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Okay, let's pop out, fix our thing, because I've been running it a little close to the depth, and we'll go poking around here. I'm pretty sure this is the biome where we find the thing I need to cut. Red featherfish, not what we're looking for, but we'll scan it. Explore the biome down here a little bit. Gill sack's nice, we can take one of those. Oh, what is you? Docking module. Okay, let's get back in our sea truck before I run out of air. And keep moving around trying to explore. As you can see, I did not spoil, apparently successfully enough, where the clippings are. I did pretty minimal spoiling. I think it was this biome. Maybe I don't. Maybe I misidentified the biome. Oops. Hitting the roof there. Go back up. I might have actually gotten too deep. Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. And you get 2 clippings per plant. We may want some more of that plant later on. Although I think that's the minimum amount I'm going to need. And I say that's the minimum amount I might need, because you can use the clippings to grow more of the plant. So using that, we could get more plant. Will I think of something? Scan you. Oh, we've scanned all of that one. Okay, we don't need any more of that. We just picked a bunch of titanium we probably don't need. Grab more gel sacks. I think we got enough for the moment. But yeah, with that, we can get back to base and we can go get the depth upgrade, which I'm thinking about doing. I want the depth upgrade because we're going to need to go depth. At some point, we're going to have to get deep enough to find nickel and kayanite, but that's not happening anytime soon. What I'm looking for is cyclotron. Let's take the cyclotron off the list. That's a ruby. If I need more rubies, we'll grab them. I think we're good enough on rubies for the moment. But yeah, we got a little bit more exploration to go. Once we have the depth module, we'll be able to go explore the architect artifact a little bit more. Because we'll actually be able to safely be that deep in the sea truck. Let's head back to base. Let's get that depth module built. I think we've got everything we need for it at this point. And be able to go another 300 feet deep would be a nice advancement. Again, I brought up the ship. We are going to have to cut into that ship at some point with the laser cutter. Although, of course, to cut into that ship, we need the laser cutter. And I did not spoil myself where the laser cutter is. I know what I gotta do with it once I find it, but I don't know where it is. Some more of that plan. I maybe didn't need to go that deep in the end. Okay. Here we go, that should be more than enough for the foreseeable future. This is what I get for not watching where the local wildlife is. Set one little fire, then it's taking double out of the ship. Twitch was asking, how am I enjoying Below Zero? How would you compare it to the first one? I'm enjoying it. Don't necessarily know how I would compare it to the first one. The first one is your character sort of got thrown into the situation, whereas in this one your character in theory has intentionally put themselves in the situation of being on the planet. So this one's more of a storytelling, exploring the planet to find out what happened to your sister. In the first one, it's more an exploratory, how do you safely escape the planet? And in the first one, I don't know how much I would agree with this, but some other people have said the first one has a very good opening, and is maybe not very good to follow through at the end. And to some degree, I can agree with that with the first one. The first one is really, really good right up until it's like, okay, the answer to how do you finish the story is you go deep. It doesn't really give you a good idea of how to go deep. We'll see how this one does that ending.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Because I assume this one's going to have us go deep as well eventually. Okay. Oh, I need to get my depth module out of the ship to upgrade the depth module. Okay. Let's go ahead and we're gonna make some glass. I think that was what we needed there. Or it was the reinforced glass, so I'm gonna maybe have to grab a diamond as well out of the inventory. Lead and diamond. Well, that's a good question. Do I have any lead? I don't have any lead. I'm gonna have to grab some lead. Okay, let's go fetch some lead from the environment. My experience, there has been some lead nearby the base, so I'll go grab some lead. Yeah, got lucky on the first swing. There we go. So now that we can make the reinforced glass, use the reinforced glass depth module. Depth module, we can go explore the ancient body cache. I'm not sure if there's any other equipment that I need to get that we've got discovered right now. At some point I'm going to need to get the laser cutter. That's not in the list of tools we actually have discovered. At some point I'll have to get the remaining bits to the prawn suit. And at some point we'll need to have what we need for the high capacity tank as well. Would like to have more capacity. Always like more capacity. Okay, depth module. Takes us down to 650. That should be a good bit more depth. Let's catch a little bit of fish before we head out. This is one of the reasons, because it's a little bit easier to catch fish around the starting area than other places on the island. Well, other places on the planet. Starting areas are usually convenient for catching stuff. Okay. Going to catching things instead of stabbing the knife. The knife immediately cooks them, so there's an advantage with trying to catch them with the knife. Instead, this way I'm going to go and actually cook them. There we go. Three fish we've got. That should get us enough food that we are good to go. Into the truck we go. And I should probably do a little bit of repair before I go too far. I just remembered we got ourselves nibbled on by one of the sea monsters. go explore the architect body cache. I think now we have enough depth that I can actually bring the sea truck most of the way down, if not all the way down, to the opening door. And it'll give us a little bit more of an idea for what we're going to be looking for out in the environment. Lots of nibbly beasts around here, taking the short path out. But flying out along to find the body cache is what we're doing right now. We do know from before it's quite a way down. We were having to leave the sea truck about 300 meters above it before, so we'll be able to get much closer in the truck, which will give us more time to explore on destination. And down we go. This is roundabout where we left the truck before. So now we take the truck all the way down. We'll have to do such an emergency swim to the surface when we run low on oxygen. And yeah, we're exploring down here in our sea truck. Although I'm not 100% sure where the thing we're looking for is down here. I'm seeing diamonds, rubies, the little pearls and stuff are things we're going to want to gather at some point. Maybe don't need a lot of them right now. What's my inventory look like? Good thing I did a good purge of the inventory before we came down here. Not seeing necessarily anything right now that we want to loot and immediately go running back to base with. Some indication that we're going the right way. Some ancient tech. Some more ancient tech. animal eggs. I was gonna go do some husbandry on this island, or on this planet. Auction plant. I was implying it must be in the right area. Although it's just one auction plant. Might be a bit of a red herring. Okay, I'm gonna pop out and do some grabbing of resources, like you. Please. Make use of you to get an idea of what the map looks like. Yes, I'm thinking that way is the direction I want to go. Oop, nickel ore. We're gonna need some nickel ore later. Young continent enemy. I think we need like 4 for something when it comes to nickel ore. Don't think we need more gold. Okay, let's get back on our ship. A little bit more attempting to explore. Diamond. That's why we grabbed more first aid kits. Let's get back on our ship and do some first aid. Brought first aid kits for a reason. Oh, that's what we're looking for. There's the door. Yeah, don't think we were going to get down here before without the depth upgrade, so it's a good thing I got the depth upgrade. There's the skeleton.
Able to handle heavy forces. A good friend for my new form.
Are you okay, Alan?
It is not often that I gaze upon the form of a fallen architect.
Is this place another sort of sanctuary? It's peaceful. Beautiful, even.
As the bacterium spread, the continuation of life became uncertain. This is a place to reflect.
I think I understand.
Okay, so we've got the body. Well, I got the skeleton sample. Just making sure there's nothing else useful down here to scan while we're down here. The answer is no. I think that was the one useful thing down here. Okay. We did scan the tree. Is there anything useful with the tree? Ancient ornamental plant. Yeah, nothing from the plant. Okay, it's worth checking. And then you're not scannable. I think that's everything down here. Did that give us a blueprint for something? Yes. I'll need polyaniline, diamond, and plasteel ingots. I don't know where that's also made either, but we'll have to make those at some point. And then diamond, plasteel ingot, I already know how to make. Polyaniline, I think we've got the recipe for, although I haven't made any yet. Gold plus hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is young cotton enemy plus salt. Okay, so we need to gather some young cotton enemy while we're down here. There's some. Quickly grab this before we leave. Okay, that's enough for 2 things of polyaniline, which is hopefully enough for the short term. Okay, I was worried for a bit. It's like, okay, that thing ate all my power. And I kind of need that to move the ship. It's just a temporary brownout. That's how they said run the temporary brownout in the game. Okay. Oh no, we've been in this game before. That's not where we need to go. We need to go up. Interesting animal. Let's see. If I give it a scan. Lily peddler or paddler. Medium-sized herbivore. Slow, vulnerable to attack. Long arms for seed foraging. Very like appendages. Pheromonal defense. Dangerous, unfamiliar environments approaching competition. Okay. That makes sense to some degree. The sense that makes is, right, if that lures you into a trap or something, that's going to be a problem. Well, I'm probably going to want some of the uranium while we're down here. Now, what are you? You're a gold deposit, okay. There's more gold or more uranium on the way out, so we'll grab some more uranium on the way out. there's the way up. Without knowing what other useful resources are down here, I'm not sure if we're finding useful stuff on the way out. I think it's time to go. Although, I will grab a couple things of uranium before we leave. And we'll take the time to scan the uranium. I don't have the blueprint for the uranium power plant yet. And up we go. I think we'll go explore the pilot's last known location a little bit more. I think that's just the explanation on how to get down to Margaret. But we'll go take a peek over there. Should be able to take this thing all the way down to Margaret now. Which should make it a little more convenient to go in and out. Oh, you're interesting. Do anything I need to scan? Just interesting. Just an interesting green blob on the floor. Okay. Well, not like there's a blob, the light bulb on the floor. Oh, this is the last known position. So this is the hole with Margaret at the bottom. Might not be taking the right way down. Oh, this is right back down to where we were before. Okay, so Margaret is also really close to where that is. Good to know. Oh, getting stuck in the trees.
Seek fluid intake.
Game's reminding us that we need to drink every once in a while.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Driving the sea-truck through the crevices down here. Somewhere down here was the, I think it was down here. The way down to, Margaret. There's part of the crash. We're gonna have to explore that at some point. And it might look a little more accessible than normal. Chinese potato. Something something we've grown in previous games for more reliable food source, so we didn't have to constantly gathering fish. So, for example, this can tell us that's a sealed door. So we need to get the laser cutter to cut into there at some point. Bronze fragment. And the drill arm, we'll want that for mining later. There's another fragment, so that'll give us the ability to build prawn suits. Good to know. That's probably what we'll make our building project in the beginning of next part. Got a cut to open you, okay. I don't have the cutter. Although now apparently I have the prawn suit drill arm. Okay, I got a full inventory. We need to stop exploring. I need to get back to base to empty the inventory. Okay, that's one of the bigger nibblers. Let's try to stay away from that. Another hunk of the same ship. The bits that we need in one portion of the hunk, there's bits we need in the other portion of the hunk. But I think the bits that we need in the ships, the two bits of the ship, require you to have the laser cutter to get into them. Now, I might be kicking myself later if I realize the laser cutters are to be found at the entranceway to one of those, but yeah, at the moment we don't have the laser cutter blueprint, so I cannot make a laser cutter to cut into those. Back through this biome. That's a pretty deep hole. But yeah, I think we're going to get back into base. We're going to sort our inventory, and we'll probably spend the next episode part here trying to build the prawn suit. Initially, the prawn suit is going to be pretty immobile. So we're going to build it and then kind of probably not have anywhere to move it effectively. Because I don't think running around the ocean bed floor is maybe not the best of plans. And to do anything but that, I need the trailer to our truck. Okay, so recipe-wise, an old Chinese potato plant. Put that in the inventory. We don't want to use that right now. Which recipes do we want to work on? I probably want to work on you. So I'm gonna have to. Actually, no, we've got some salt, so that's easy to do. I don't have to go grab the salt. We're going to work on drill arm, prawn suit. Yeah, and I don't have the trailer portion for the sea truck that we put the prawn suit in yet. We got a sleeper, we got a docking module, we got an aquarium. None of those are quite what we're looking for. Oh, we'll have to probably make a depth upgrade for you. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to work on. One of the things I did spoil myself on is where to get the parallel processing unit from. But that's actually the thing we need the laser cutter for, so we can't make that yet. Oh no, I got the campus. The one I'm thinking of is the HUD for the scanner room. That requires Magnite. We need Canaanite for that. So that's what I need. Okay, so I need at some point to go back down there and get another bit of nickel. But until we know where the Canaanite is, we won't worry about grabbing more nickel. Okay, I think this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on that sort of list of items there on the right. We'll get those assembled fairly quickly in the next part. If you're watching on YouTube, that will be tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm gonna take a short break here to get up, stretch the legs, and sip some tea. Let me not end the episode looking at that flashing light there. So until the next bit, I'm gonna wish you all the best of luck, a good time. Catch you all in the next bit, and bye for now.